guys, it's me Daniel. Today I'm going to tell you some cool facts about the Old Testament. Did you know that most people in the Old Testament thought the word God was too holy, so they used Lord? Except in the Psalms, that comes up a lot. And so King David wrote the Psalms, and then there's God in it, because he was super close to God. And he was one of the only people that used that word. And also, the prophets only used it. And only the people that spoke to God. So that's like Moses in Exodus chapter 3 in the burning bush. How God talked to Moses and he said to the elders that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob sent me. So you see how he put God in there? That's only because God told Moses. He would have normally said Lord, but it's because God instructed him, and no one would go against God, right? And also, here I have a little joke in here. It's about the Bible. There are 3 books in the Bible. They're right next to each other, and they form a sentence. Can you guess it? It's in the Old Testament. Get ready, it's Joshua judges Ruth. Get it? Man, that's funny. Also, what you probably didn't know is, well, I guess you kind of know this, but did you know that Daniel in the Bible, he outlived the Babylonian Empire because it said he was a young man when he was brought to the king's service. And so, apparently, Babylon is like super duper old, but it wasn't considered an empire until it was super big. So I guess you can call it an empire when it defeated the Assyrian Empire, which was about a little before they conquered Jerusalem. So in 722 BC, the Assyrians conquered Samaria, which is the capital of Israel, the northern part, after they split after the reign of King Solomon. So Rehoboam, King Solomon's son, was the king at that time. Then Jeroboam, the chief advisor for Solomon, he asked to lay down the heavy taxes that Solomon had laid on them. And then he consulted his father's advisors, one of the wisest men in the world, because they were with King Solomon, who was the wisest and richest man in the world. So they told him to do what the people say and they will love you, right? But then he listened to the arrogant men of his age. He said, lay down more taxes than the people won't think you're weak by lifting up the taxes. Then after that, Jeroboam revolted the 10 northern tribes of Israel. Only Benjamin and Judah were left to Rehoboam. But after the Babylonian Empire destroyed the Assyrian Empire, the Hebrews would be safe, right? No. The Babylonians, like any empire, they aren't content about the space that they already have. They're always constantly expanding. So they went for Jerusalem next. So it's actually more tactical in a war it's more tactically smarter to go to invade a capital instead of the whole country. Because one, you can lose troops if you try to conquer the whole country, and also because it inflicts fear on the people if you can conquer the capital. And also you can make the leader say that they conquered them. And it's easier to starve them out, so they're easier to give in. And yeah. That's what you probably did not know. And by the way, did you know Daniel also lived through the Persian Empire? Well, I guess he somewhat died during the Persian Empire because it's a long time. And can you believe that Esther, just this poor village girl that was a Hebrew, became the queen of the Persian Empire? I'm positive that I can't. But that's just amazing. Man. Oh, and did you know that Jezebel, as in Queen Jezebel, the wife of King Ahab, her name is synonymous with evil. Because if you check in Revelation, it said when John was writing the letters to the seven churches, they said, repent yourselves, for else you will be like Jezebel. Well, that means because Jezebel was evil. She was an extreme Baal worshiper. She literally wiped out all of God's people except Elisha and Elijah. So, yeah. And also, before, did you know that Elisha was just a man working in the fields? And on Mount Sinai, where God spoke to Moses the 10 Commandments, Elijah went there and he went to God. But then he was complaining to God that he didn't want to be a prophet because everything was too hard for him. But he told him that there will always be affliction on God's people, but you have to keep on going, for you will be greatly rewarded in heaven. I would be greatly rewarded and keep on going. Would you? I'm pretty sure you would too. So that's what you probably didn't know about the Old Testament. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell below. Bye!